amusing or philosophical. An enemy can't betray you. The reason being is because they're not close enough to you to betray you, number one. And a person who betrays you must have a position in your life in order for them to be able to betray you. Enemies don't have a position in your life. To be honest with you, enemies really don't even have a placement in your life. Enemies have a posture as it pertains to your life. You know what posture is? A posture is a certain sitting, a certain standing, a certain way of movement. Enemies don't have position in your life. If an enemy has position in your life, it's not because they created it, it's because you allowed it. What a posture is, a posture means to sit, a posture means to stand, a posture means to lean forward. Postures are not powerful because even in basketball I use it as that if a center even if his posture is in such a degree as a center underneath that goal, underneath that basket, someone else could come and push him out of posture based on how his footing is set. And so, to be honest with you, that's the reason your enemies move in and out. And to be honest with you, that's the reason that many times you don't always have the same enemies. Because one can move one out and another one ends up flowing right in. And to be honest with you, I really think that y'all need to spend less time worried about your enemies and really spend more time worried about your friends. To be honest with you, I'm not really afraid of my enemies. To be honest with you, I'm afraid of my friends. And I got to say this, and maybe two of you will shout off of this, and then some of you may not. The people that have hurt me worst have been the people that have been closest to me, not the people furthest from me. There's some people furthest from me that I've never loaned money to, I've never prayed for, never helped, never done anything to them or for them, and they've respected me more than the people closest to me. I never have problems with people that are outside of me. All of my problems happen from the people that's around me. And even as a pastor over my years of pastoring, the issues that I've always occurred and the accusations that have always come and the people that have always done the most damage to me and my ministry personally has always been the people that I employed, hired, brought close to me, done something around me, whatever the case may be, worked around me. They've done the most damage to me. And quite oftentimes, to be honest with you, the reason that they've done the most damage to me is because after a while, when people feel like they're so close to you, they start to lose sense of what their position really is. The word betrayal, and I need y'all to write this down, means to open the door for, which means that people that are positioned with you have to hold their position in order to continue to keep walking with you. When people start shifting in their position, usually at some point in time, when they start shifting in their position, something is about to shift in that relationship. I'll say it again, if they shift in position, something's going to shift in that relationship. Their purpose is to hold the door. So the purpose of a friend is to hold the door so that your enemy does not gain access to you. But when a person is betrayed, what happens is a person is betrayed because the friend changed positions, stopped holding the door, opened it, and now the enemy came in and attacked you. So most of us that have been attacked by betrayal, whether it's been a spouse, whether it's been a friend, whether it's been girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be, it was usually because they were supposed to hold the door and keep you covered so that your enemy could not get to you. And what they did was shifted positions or change positions. Instead of them being your friend, they wanted to become your God. Or become your conscience, or whatever the case may be. And as soon as they get offended or hurt or angry or whatever the case may be, they change positions and they open the door, and then the enemy comes in. I want y'all to write this statement down, because this is going to kind of flow right into what I'm going to talk about and the illustration I'm going to use tonight. And I hope y'all ready for this. Y'all ready for this? Most people who betray you are usually people that have taken matters into their own hands. Things that they were not supposed to carry, things that they were not supposed to do, they took it into their own hands. Their hand should stay on the knob or on the door. But instead of doing that, they decided they were going to take matters into their own hands, and they changed positions. The friends are not postured, the friends are positioned. And your friends are positioned not oftentimes only by God, but oftentimes by our own predilections, by our own desire, by who we relate to, by who we feel like relate to us, and oftentimes by, watch this now, our moments of openness, where we open up to individuals at a time that it makes us most vulnerable. Some of our relationships, our greatest relationships, have come out of our vulnerabilities, not out of our victories. That's the reason that when you finally get victory, after you've been vulnerable, you'll look up and say, man, why in the world did I ever date this individual, bring this individual into my world? Are you understand what I'm saying? When a person is wounded, anything seems like a salve. Then when they get healed, their eyes come open and it's like, man, I should have never, ever brought you into my world. You were not ready to walk with me. I'm starting to realize that because of the magnitude of the anointing upon my life and the assignment of my life, I have got to watch who I allow to walk with me. Some people cannot handle walking with you, and when they cannot handle walking with you, some people, instead of leaving you, will betray you. Betrayal is to make sure that nobody else has that place or that position. It's to break you and damage you to a point where they say, if I can't love you, nobody else will.